Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I wanted to pick my TBR, and normally I just pick my TBR, have the stack of TBR books ready, and I just sit down and talk about them to you. But this time I thought it would be fun to, you know, pick them out together, and you can watch me pick up my TBR. That was my plan for this video, so that's what I'm going to do. And it is already April 8th, 8th, April 8th. It's April. It's like the first week of April has come and gone. Currently, I am reading Trust of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson, and I am really enjoying it so far. I'm not that far in, but it's really funny how it's written. It's very unique in the way that it's written because it's written like someone is telling you the story and they're making jokes all along the story, and they are judging you for the way you are reacting to the story, even though it's a book. I liked it, and chapters are very short, and every chapter ends in some sort of cliffhanger, so you just keep on reading, and I think I will be able to finish this book pretty quickly because of that. But I still think I'm going to take a few more days reading this before I finish it. And also I want to be realistic with my TBR, at least as realistic as I can be, and still be me, which is not realistic at all, and the Lulu. But I'm going to pick, on top of this book, I'm going to pick 5 more books and see if I can finally finish my TBR for once, because it is April. I started doing this, picking my TBR, in September, I believe. And ever since then, I have never been able to finish my TBR. I don't think I've ever been able to finish half my TBR. Maybe half, but like not many more than half. So I'm going to pick 5 books, and hopefully I can finish it this time. I'm going to do some challenges this month to try and finish it as well. But in the meantime, let's just pick my TBR. What are we going to read this month? I'm thinking let's start easy with just the second book in the series. I enjoyed The Cruel Prince, so I'm going to pick The Wicked King, which is the second book in the Folk of Air, the Folk of the Air series by Holly Black. And the first book followed a girl who was captured by a Fae man and taken to Fairy, the land of Fae, while she was a little girl, along with her sisters. And there she was being brought up alongside all the other fairy children and feeling really inadequate. And by this upbringing, right now in the book, she was like a teenager, I think 18 or something like that. And she really wants a place in the fairy world. So she's trying to prove herself and just trying to make a place for herself in this fairy world where she feels very inadequate and less than all the others. And also on top of that, there was a lot of politics involving the royal house of this land, so the actual king of fairy and his successors, so his children basically, which is where Cruel Prince comes from. It refers to one of the children of the king. And there is some intrigue that in the end she gets involved in, and it was really fun to read. And I think the second book is going to be as fun as well, and it just follows that first story. So I think this would be a great one to start on. It's not that thick. It is, I believe, young adult as well, so it's a little bit easier to get through. I'm going to put this on my TBR as well. Next, what else can we read? So for the past few weeks, I've been eyeing The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. This is a thick book, so it might not be wise to choose in a month where I want to finish all the books, because this is probably going to take me a month in and of itself to finish. But it's been staring at me from my bookshelf. I've had this book for more than a year, I think, but lately for some reason it has been calling to me, so I really want to put this one on my TBR for this month as well. It has a dragon on the cover, so it should be fun. I'm not sure what this is about. because it doesn't have a synopsis. It just says a world divided, a queendom without an heir, an ancient enemy awakens, which sounds epic, and I think it will be really fun to read about. Also, because it is a queendom and not a kingdom, sounds like something I would really enjoy. I don't know exactly what this is about besides that. I guess I will find out. Samantha Shannon. I heard a lot of good things about this book. A lot of people really enjoyed this book. A lot of people really. I think it's going to be one that is right up my alley, even though I don't know what it's about. But it just looks. It looks intriguing, and I think I'm going to like it. It says epic by The Guardian. It says majestic by the Daily Mail. A lot of people have put a review on the cover and also inside of this book. So we will see. I think I'm going to really like this, but it is a thick, thick book. So I think I should pick the rest of the books that I pick shouldn't be that big because I'm not going to be able to finish them if I choose a lot of big books. Because you see, there's also Empire of the Vampire right here that I really want to read as well, but that is almost just as thick. So I'm going to save that for another time. For now, let's put Priory of the Orange Tree on my TBR. Okay, what else? What else? I would really like to read a romance novel, but I don't really have any. I'm ready to buy some more books, but I am still on my book buying ban. Now, I have promised myself at the beginning of the year that I would read 31 books before I buy new books. It is now April. I have read 8 books of my physical TBR. 8 books. That cannot be right, can it? No. It I must have miscalculated somewhere because there has been 3 months. I've only read 8 books. No, it cannot be. But anyway, I find that buying books also helps me read books because of the little endorphins that you get from buying stuff. So I really want to get back to buying also to get out of this weird reading slump that I'm sort of in. So I promised myself that by the time my birthday rolls around, which is May 18th, I can buy new books again, regardless of how many books I have read up until that point. But we're still going to try and read as many books of my physical TBR, of course. But I'm really looking forward to buying new books. I really need some romances because I don't have any romances left that I can read. Just like normal romances, not fantasy romance or something like that. Normal romances, I really want to get the new Ellie Hazelwood books and the ones that I haven't read yet, I also want to get. And I really want to get into some other romance writers as well because it's not a genre that I've read much of, but I really like Ellie Hazelwood, so I want to get some more of that. So I was thinking maybe Emily Henry, maybe something like that. Until May 18th, I just have to deal with what I have, and I don't have any romances that are just straight up romances. So what else can I read? The Kiss of the Selkie was on my TBR last month, and I didn't read it. So let's get into this one as well. This is a story about a woman that is a thief, and she is hiding from the authorities. I'm not sure, on an island, I think, but in the fairy realm. And then someday she sees a man drowning and she saves him and she brings him to shore. And then that was a mistake because she wasn't allowed to do that. And then also she got found out by the authorities because of this. And now her punishment for doing what she did, which is save a man from drowning, is that she has to go and kiss him, which will kill him. And it's kind of a Little Mermaid retelling, right? Like the Little Mermaid saved the prince and then she had to go and kiss him so that she could get her voice back and she could remain human, something like that. Yeah. No, not something like that. That was the story. I have watched that movie like 100 times. I know exactly what that story is. That was my favorite as a child growing up. So I think this retelling of The Little Mermaid is going to be right up my alley. I really love mermaids. I am a mermaid myself. So this is going to be something that I'm going to really enjoy, I think. And I'm really curious to see what this is all about. So yeah, it's going on my TBR for this month as well. So we have 3 books now, 2 more to go. What else can we read from my physical TBR? Let's see. Maybe The Foundling by Stacey Halls, which is historical fiction. And it's about a woman who left her daughter, and then after a while she goes to take her back, but she isn't there yet anymore. She has disappeared. Someone picked her up that told the nurses of the hospital where she left her at that she was the mother, and she came to pick her up. So now she's gone, and it takes place in 1750s London. I don't know. I'm not in the mood for this, I don't think. So that's not going on my TBR. What else could we do? You see, The Beekeeper of Aleppo has been on my radar for a while as well, but I think it's just a little bit too depressing for me right now. And the thing about depressing books is, so this one is depressing and it's very, very real. And there's also depressing books that are, you know, fake in every way. So it's easier to kind of live through them, to read them, and not feel absolutely devastated. And I think The Beekeeper of Aleppo right now is not going to be good for me. What else could we do? I also don't want to pick a book that is too big or too hard to read, because like I said, I want to be able to finish this time. So the book that wouldn't burn is pretty big. I have a lot of unread classics, but I feel like that's just too hard to read, and it would take too long as well. I have this one. This has been on my shelf for a long time. The Woman Warrior by Maxine Hong Kingston, and this is about a Chinese woman. I think she's the daughter of Chinese immigrants in America, and she kind of struggles with, well, maybe not struggles, but she's trying to find her way in America, having both cultures, you know, the Chinese culture that she got from her parents and the American culture where she grew up. And this is not too big of a book. It's only not even 250 pages, I think. Yeah. It's 249 pages. So I think this is very interesting topic, and I think it's something that I can get through quite quickly as well. So let's put that one on the TBR for this month as well. And we're going to pick one more. Maybe something mythology? Yes, I haven't read Ithaca yet. And not that long ago, there was this song from the Epic musical, or Epic the Musical, something like that. That was about Ithaca, right? Get in the water, or I'll raise the tide so high, all of Ithaca would die. Yes, that was about Ithaca. So I'm pretty curious to read this because of that song. It was a very good song. So this is the story of Penelope of Ithaca, famed wife of Odysseus, as it has never been told before. Beyond Ithaca's shores, the whims of gods dictate the wars of men, but on the isle it is choices of the abandoned women and their goddesses that will change the course of the world. Sounds epic. So I usually really enjoy reading mythical retellings. I got an entire shelf full of that type of stories, and this one has been on my shelves for a while. I haven't read a mythical retelling in a while either. I think the last one was Silence of the Girls, which I didn't really enjoy. So I'm eager to get back into some mythical retellings that I do enjoy. And maybe this is going to be the one. Ithaca is going on my TBR for this month as well. And that's it. I have 6 books on my TBR this month. And like I said, I'm definitely going to do some challenges to get through all the books that I picked this month, because I really, really, really want to finally be able to finish my TBR for once. So that's it. That was today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Comment down below what you are going to be reading in April. If If you have read any of these, please tell me about them as well. I would really enjoy hearing from you and hearing what you thought of these. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. See you in the next one. Bye.